culture and global governance, link it to the agenda for sustainable development.
I totally agree with you, and I can tell you that, and exactly, we should not leave, this hate speech and when in 2015.
That is why it is with great interest that I now turn to the 10th Director General of UNESCO, esteemed Ambassador Irina Bokova, a firm champion of the values of humanism, equality, and inclusivity, and a Renaissance scholar in her own right, that she may enlighten us on how to better approach the sensitive yet necessary interplay between global governance and culture. Mr. Bokovas later accepted to lead the Academy of Cultural Diplomacy instead. Then, as now, it is with joy and hope that I pass the baton to her. Your Excellency, you have the floor.
It's a very kind invitation. I'm very happy to be once again here in the Institute of Cultural Diplomacy. And as you may imagine, with my experience at UNESCO, it resonates deeply with the values that I share and with everything that UNESCO stands for. And President Constantinescu just mentioned its history brief. Now, I would like I would say in a concise manner, I hope, to speak about culture and global governance, link it to the agenda for sustainable development 2030, because sometimes we forget that in the agenda 2030, the end of the day, it was about creating peaceful and sustainable societies. Just to mention why UNESCO was created, UNESCO was created to contribute to peace, and I think this is very important to mention once again. It's a very interesting history because it was during the Second World War already when the Allied forces thought about creating peace differently, not only through military actions, not only through violence, but through the cooperation in the area of education, of sciences and culture.
I'm very happy to be here in the Institute of Cultural Diplomacy because it resonates very deeply with what UNESCO is doing, as you rightfully said. For me, cultural diplomacy is a dialogue, it is mutual respect, it is knowing the culture of each other, it is sharing heritage, cultural, intangible heritage, it is living together, it is respecting both diversity, our diversity, cultural, natural diversity. In the end of the day, I think cultural diplomacy makes us better people. I totally agree with you, and I can tell you that, and exactly, we should not leave, this hate speech and when in 2015, when there was this big destruction in Syria, and there were a lot of these rising extremists who were using the social media, even for recruitment, in Syria, for foreign fighters and all this. And we were thinking of, at UNESCO, of how to respond to this. How can we counter this? And then we decided for the first time to launch a social media campaign, which was called Unite for Heritage. And then it was considered that it was one of the most successful social media campaigns, where we gave predominantly, of course, young people the opportunity to share ideas, to upload images, to speak about their personal experiences. Universities joined this campaign and others. And I personally went to different places in the world, in the Islamic Museum in Cairo, in Beirut, in their National Museum, in many other places to launch this campaign. And this is the way we countered the narrative of the extremists online.